what's up, everyone? This is Rick, my beautiful wife, Karina. We've got Tony, Stats, and Info Lance, and you're back at the Challenge Fandom podcast. Woo!
Woo!
We took a week off, and I know you guys felt bamboozled, but we're back this week with Am I Being Bamboozled?
Yeah, sorry, guys. Episode, no, this is 16. My bad. I think this is 16. Yeah, this is 16. Last week, episode 15, the one we skipped, boring.
Yeah.
So we didn't, no.
It was the fourth episode almost in a row of Guess Who's Going to Elimination? Theo.
But I will say this. Instead of recapping episode 14, we actually went shopping and we might have added yet another little item to your guys' going away pack. So we traded off. Okay. We didn't recap the boring episode, but we may have done something else.
We got, like we said, we got you guys some Christmas presents. They're going to be coming soon. You just got to be patient.
Just got to be patient. Just a little bit longer. Okay.
Just a little bit. Just a little bit. Anyways, we're here to break down this episode of Challenge 41. And we're getting closer to the finals. I think we're down to 6 teams altogether right now. Going into the start of this episode, we'll be at 5 teams at the end of it. At the end,
we have 1 elimination left. I am fairly sure that they are going with 4 teams to the final this year.
I believe so. And
that's what they've been doing.
Is it just me, or this season just felt like it's gone a little bit faster?
Yes.
Yeah, it kind of does.
I commented to Sarah, I was like, when at the start of the episode, when they all showed up for the daily, I was like, there's really not that many people left now.
Yeah.
No, it was one of those moments like, why didn't you vote for someone else? Oh, that's right, because you couldn't.
Because there's nobody.
But
oh man, God, add that to one of my favorite lists.
Yeah, right. But it turned out to be a good episode. That's the downside about getting towards the end, is all of a sudden it just gets stagnant because everybody's alliances are locked in. Everybody just kind of knows what we're getting to. But with this one, it's made a little bit spicy. Theo has really helped out, and Nany has been the perfect catalyst for this a couple weeks in a row.
Oh, God.
From the coin flip to this week, and we'll get into it a little bit deeper.
Yeah.
We start off this episode with some foreshadowing, which is Yeremi and Cedric kind of reaffirming their alliance. Well, at least Yeremi's trying to.
Right.
Talking about the handshake deal that him, Turbo, and Cedric all had about being the final 3. And we get
Yeremi is in on this one.
Yeah, too. Yeremi's full send, and Cedric isn't, from what he says in the confessionals.
And that's kind of, so I'm a little confused about this. Why? I don't like, am I forgetting something that happened this season? Where did that break come from? Or is it just because Michaela wants Aviv and Yeremi out because she doesn't want to run against them in the final, which I know Cedric says in his confessional right after this conversation with Yeremi. But he also makes a couple other comments, and I don't remember exactly like what he says, but I remember he said something that made me think like, because he said, you haven't been with me all season, but now you want to, now that the rest of your friends are gone. And so I'm like, was there a situation? I don't know. I'm just.
Because remember, it was Tarzan and the Janes, right? Because it was Lekka, Dee, Sydney, and Yeremi, and they were the tight 4. But now it's come down to the fact that it's Yeremi and Sydney out of that group.
I got you.
Yeah. And
I just feel like Lekka and Dee have been gone for so long. I don't know.
I just don't. I'm not holding it against Cedric because we're so late in the game. And he's a smart enough guy to look at and be like, look, do I believe in myself? Yes. Does that mean I want to go against Yeremi in a final? No.
Am I stupid?
Well, yeah, exactly.
It's like they've all just remembered that he's a marathon runner, but then also, he beat everyone up the mountain and down the mountain, and he's still there. So that's on them. So I understand why they don't want him there and why they would say yes to his face and no in confessional. And I suppose they really haven't had many opportunities to get him into elimination because no one wants to seemingly take that first shot.
Which is crazy. Yeah, which I mean, I get, but it's also crazy because like you said, like he's such a threat. He's shown you guys over and over and over again that he's a threat in endurance. He's a threat in the water. he's a threat in strength. Like he's a threat in a lot of things. And I mean, I'm trying to think back on like puzzles. I don't think he did anything like super standout, but he's fine in puzzles too. So
climbing, I mean,
don't even get me started on the climbing.
And like, it's not like God. He hasn't seen the sand. He's gone down to elimination.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's not like, but once again, I know a lot of people are giving him shit about the movie pulled, but at the same time, it was the right. Yeah, it was the right one. And we'll get into it. Let's get into this daily first.
Yeah, let's.
Which was blind bingo with a match.
I appreciate that it's like they've run out of names and they very easily, based on the name that they used, they could have just called it Daily Challenge because it's called Dark Mine.
Dark Mine.
Yeah.
Okay, thanks.
Cool. Where are you going?
Yeah.
Oh, a dark mine?
I think.
Why not strike the light? Just something. You could have made a play on the match. You could have done anything. I know it's the end of the season, but lock it up.
Yeah,
get fucking set.
Get rich or die trying.
Okay. No, I thought this was
in Tiffany we trust.
Oh my God.
Sorry.
Derek K goes home. Fuck, man. Fuck you.
Brad goes into elimination, beats CT. Well, I know what fucking happens now.
Thanks, assholes.
Yeah.
No, I hated this.
Yeah.
I hated it with my whole chest, every part of my being. This was so fucking stupid. I get what they were trying to do, but God, what a dumbass daily challenge at the end of the season too. Like if they would have done this at the towards the beginning
or even the midway point,
it would have still been stupid, but I'd have overlooked it a little bit. This is literally the second to last daily challenge that we're going to get this season. And this is what we're doing. We're playing bingo in the dark.
I mean, I don't disagree, but I will say that I prefer it to fly a drone.
No, that's fair. Okay.
At least it was pretty to look at when they were flying the drone. You know what I mean? This was just.
I don't know, those drone shots, man. Some of them, they got stuck in the wall, and we had to freaking watch the shot from the drone. I was like, we don't need to see the rocks.
We don't know what's happening.
This to me was honestly like top 10 worst daily challenges I've ever seen.
For sure.
Although it did yield one of my favorite quotes of the episode from Michaela, which was, "I'm on the challenge, not on do you fancy."
Oh yeah, that was pretty good.
Yeah,
She's like, I don't fancy that. Yeah. I that was pretty good.
Well, and on top of that, like, what the fuck are you thinking? You're going to make these people literally 1 elimination, 2 eliminations away from the final, go walk through unsteady footing in the dark where they can break their fucking ankle.
Well, and that was my thing is it was like, okay, so when I was listening to TJ explain it, in my head, what I was envisioning, right, is like, they walk into this little cave thing, right? And obviously the opening is going to be lit up from, the outside, right? And then as they got a little bit deeper into the cave, it was going to start getting dark.
Yeah.
And I assumed that they would have those little lights,
right,
like marking the path just to light up the ground a little bit. And then as you got up towards where the puzzles are, those would stop being
and it would get darker.
And it would get really dark.
Yeah.
And they would level that area out or something to make sure that people aren't getting hurt, right? No, I didn't think they were literally making them fucking book it, chained together.
Yeah.
In absolute darkness, and they didn't do anything to level out the ground and the path that they were going to be that's crazy.
It was almost as bad as when they made them jump into the water off that cliff where people were getting concussed and all of that shit.
Good old Tommy.
Because they had to go. Yeah. What the fuck are you guys thinking?
Whose dumbass idea was this? Because that's my thing. But that one, at least super dangerous. Don't ever do it again. But at least it was entertaining to watch in some sort, right?
Some sorts.
There was zero entertainment factor in it. It was literally just watching people talk about how they're burning their fingers. And it's you're holding fire in your fingers, babe. It's going to burn. Duh.
I have a question though. Because there's one part that I didn't understand in amongst all the things I didn't understand about this daily. Sydney, when she had her moment
epiphany?
Her moment of realization, beautiful mind moment where she was like, there's a pattern, 535, 404, 199. I was like,
yeah,
okay, but then the next one was 164. The one after that was 075. And I never heard a number with two of the same number in it again for the rest of the daily.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think she just found though. I don't know.
I think she just realized that they were repeating the numbers over and over, and there was only a set amount.
Yeah.
Is what I took it as,
that
but
was
I could
actually
be
being
off.
said.
I looked at Sarah. I was like, "Is she what? What is the pattern?
Is she just that smart, or am I that dumb? What the fuck is going on here?"
To be fair, it could be either.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, hey, they ended up winning, so I mean, you can't hate it. Maybe it did work. I don't know, but I thought the same thing. I was like, that's weird because she says that, and then literally the very next scene we get is a number that does not follow that pattern, and so I was like, what?
I'm going to be honest though, this episode changed the way I felt about Sydney. It really did. It made me appreciate her in a different light.
Yeah. Like, look, here's the thing. Do I like Sydney like playing the game? Right? I like Sydney playing the game. I don't like her attitude. That's all. I think she's great at the game. I think she reads the game well. I think that she has a great social game. I just think she tries too fucking hard to be that Wes archetype. It doesn't come off as natural. It comes off as corny and shit, just like it did when Wes was young. Like now, Wes doesn't come off corny now because he's built that legacy where he can make those kind of jokes, but they're true now because you've built, right? So it's like, but when you say it and you haven't done anything, it's just fucking corny and it just sounds dumb. And that's what I don't like about Sydney. But competitively, socially, and even just the way she reads this game, she's great. Like, she's great. Bring her back. I don't hate her. She just gives me the ick with her confessionals.
I mean,
girl,
compared
stop.
to any of the other rookies that have been on, she's got the best read of the game. She has this whole fucking season.
She's up there with Michaela, in my opinion, as 100%. Far as being able to read the game and kind of predict what other people are going to do, which way they're kind of moving. You know, she sees stuff and she pays attention. She's quiet and she pays it. Well, she's not quiet,
she's quiet now.
She's quiet when she needs to be and she pays attention. Well, so.
And to your point about Michaela, Michaela can say those things and you're like, yeah, because we've seen her on USA 2 and we've seen her doing this season now and just completely beasting it. So when she makes those offhand comments about people being dumb, you're like, yeah, because they're not exactly at the same level as Michaela is, but we've seen it.
And the thing with Michaela is Michaela will say all these people are dumb or whatever, but she doesn't even her confessionals are different than Sydney's, right? Sydney's is very much these people are dumb and I'm the smartest person that's ever walked the planet, right? Whereas Michaela's is just these people are dumb. Yeah. She doesn't. Yeah. She's not very egotistical. And that's one of the things that I do enjoy about Michaela is she's really good, really, really good, but she doesn't brag on it. She's very I don't want to say humble, but
to me, outside of, and I could be wrong, but the way I'm reading this game is outside of Olivia, Michaela is the strongest player. Yeah. And I'm saying that as the full package, right?
You're going to piss off the fandom.
I'm just being real. I think Michaela might have a slight edge.
I'm talking about Olivia.
I think Michaela might have a slight edge on her physically as far as endurance, maybe not endurance, but strength, just if they were going to go out and it was just a competition, when it comes to the social game, I think Olivia has the advantage. When it comes to strategy, I think it's pretty fucking close. But to me, if it wasn't for Olivia, Michaela is far and away the best player in this season. It's not even close. Her read on the game, even when I don't agree with the decision she makes from what I see in the edit, her read on it is perfect.
Yeah.
Every time.
Yeah.
And the only other people you really see like that as far as that come in are other Survivor players like Michelle, Sydney, Tyson. Their read on the game is just phenomenal.
Yeah.
Anyways, getting down to the winners of this daily, Sydney and Turbo come in first. We don't find out anybody else other than last place, which is
because it all just depends on how many you got right, and they didn't, which tells me that Sydney and Turbo blew it out of the water. Because usually, if it's close, TJ will be like, "Oh, it was really close between these two teams." Like he'll try to build suspense, but he was just straight up like, "Nah, Sydney and Turbo won." And then obviously Michaela and Cedric lose. She had twisted her ankle. They were the first ones to leave the cave. I think
they just had the most wrong. Yeah, is what exactly. I think it came down to.
Yeah,
which makes the voting really interesting because we've got 4 people voting, and they're both on opposite sides of the house.
Yeah.
Yep.
So it's guaranteed there's going to be a tie at this point.
Yeah. It guarantees it's going to be at least a little spicy. It's not going to be just Theo and Adrian going back in.
I do like that DJ gave Michaela and Cedric a little bit of a boost as well. Even though they were completely last, he still referred to them as an absolute force of a team for going into elimination against.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, agreed. 100%. I mean, nobody wants to go in against those two.
No.
Nobody.
No. Absolutely not.
I did.
And I'm sorry, but losing at fucking bingo in the dark does not change how I feel about what kind of competitors Michaela and Cedric are. Like,
no, not at all.
Jesus, man. That's so stupid. What a dumb daily.
So after the daily, we get a scene where Michaela's talking to Nany and basically says she wants to vote Aviv and Yeremi, and she wants to see it 3-0 Aviv Yeremi.
Yeah.
And
well, she goes and tells that to Theo,
Olivia, all the
Adrian.
downstairs alliance. Yeah. And that's where we get kind of the idea that things aren't going how they've been going for the last 5 weeks.
Well, and that's where we get the episode title too, because we get it from Theo again. He's literally delivered like 4 or 5 of the episode titles.
If it wasn't for him and Nany, the second half of the season would be so fucking boring.
And that's my thing. Look, I just want to address one thing really quick. Just one little tiny thing that I've seen. Okay, it's in our comments, in our inbox, in our AMA submissions today on Saturday. I've seen in Facebook groups, I've seen on other Facebook pages or, fan pages on Instagram and stuff, is people are talking about, like, there's been numerous people saying like how Theo is like Adrian's been carrying Theo all season, and that Theo has done nothing and he's just actually been dragging her down. And they all thought like Adrian was going to be the one dragging him down, but it turns out he's the one dragging her down. And then I saw some people say that Adrian single-handedly is the reason that they are still here. And I just want to remind everybody that if it wasn't for Theo, Adrian and Theo would be sitting at home watching the fucking show just like the rest of us, because Adrian got absolutely mollywopped by D in that elimination.
The pillow
and they
fight.
won it because of Theo.
And then one of my favorite parts, though, was when Theo looks at Michaela after she tells him all of that, and he goes, "All right, Michaela, we'll help you out again.
We'll help you out this one time.
This one time." It's like,
we'll help you out this one time.
Dude, he's hilarious. He's been funny as shit. Maybe I missed it in Total Madness or War of the Worlds 2 and War of the Worlds 1. But since he came back on World Championship, he's been funny as shit. Ever since that scene in the jacuzzi where he was by himself. Yeah.
I forgot about that. Yeah, it was pretty funny, actually.
So the next scene we get, and this is really the catalyst for the rest of the episode, is Nany approaches Aviv and tells her that everybody is going to be voting. Well, not everybody.
Not everybody, just her.
He says that we're going to be voting for you tomorrow.
Yeah, she says, I'm going to say your name tomorrow.
And I just
wanted to give you a heads up.
Now, my question is, it's like 3 parts. First part is, would you do this?
No.
Secondly, do you think Nany was wrong for doing this, or was this the right move?
No.
And third, is Aviv at fault for what ends up happening?
No.
No, and no.
Agreed. I just figured I wanted to make sure we were clear where everybody lies on this.
I mean,
it's the honorable decision.
It's sure, but you don't win this game by being honorable.
No, aka bananas.
Yeah, and that's the thing is no, Nany was dumb for going and telling Aviv this.
Mhm.
I get she was feeling a little guilty, but it's the game, dude. This is the game. You've played this how many times now?
This is the game you continue to sign up to play.
Yeah.
My thing with Nany is like, when is she going to figure it out? It's like, whenever we get to the end of a season, she just loses the ability to play the game the way she does the first 3/4 of the season.
Exactly.
Like, go back to Double Agents. She has an opportunity to pick CT and almost guarantee herself getting into the final, right? Yeah. Instead, picks Kyle. They lose. Kyle goes into a hall brawl against fucking Fessy, and they both go home.
Yeah.
Well, she's all of a sudden concerned about her friend's feelings.
Yeah, maybe it's because of what happened with Anissa this season.
Could have been a bit shell-shocked.
Yeah.
I think that Nany truly felt guilty because she was turning on somebody that she'd worked with all season to partner with somebody that she's been going after all season. You know, obviously at this moment, we didn't know about the deal that she made with Theo, but that is the ultimate, you know, like catalyst, what caused her to, you know, decide to vote for Aviv. And my thing is, you know, she tells Aviv this, okay? She tells Aviv she's going to vote for her, whatever. I have two thoughts on this. Number one, Aviv's response is she tells her, you know, I appreciate you letting me know. First of all, very calm, very respectful in the situation. I appreciate you letting me know. I wish you would leave it to a coin toss, but it is what it is. And then verbatim, she says to her, I guess I'm just going to have to fight to get back into the house. Okay?
Yep.
Great. Then we get a confessional from Nany. And Nany said, after she tells Aviv, and Nany says, you know, she says something along the lines of like, you know, we're at a point in the game where like, it's not about friends. It's not about alliances. It's not a numbers game anymore. You just have to do what you have to do to get to the end. Right. So
say that part again. That last part.
You just have to do what you have to do to get to the end. Right. Yes.
Okay.
Now, my thing is, number one, Aviv straight up told you that she was going to fight to get back into the house. Now, that doesn't necessarily mean that she has to fight an elimination. She's going to do something to get back into the house to make sure that she's
leave the house first.
Yeah, exactly. And number two, if it's no more alliances, there's no such thing as backstabbing at this point in the game. Why is it okay for you to do this, but it's not okay for Aviv to try to find a way to save herself? Because at the end of the day, all that this says to me, Nany's reaction to what ends up happening, all that it tells me is that Nany is mad that she got outplayed in her own plan.
Yep,
she tried to orchestrate a plan and she got outplayed and it pissed her off.
Yeah, she forgot about staking a claim. She thought that she could save face by doing the thing that everybody else was going to do because Yeremi and Aviv did not have an opportunity to not be the vote because that's what she thought was going to happen. What she forgot was that a component of this game is staking a claim. And if you're 100% going in, you might as well make your odds 50% at going in.
Why? Yeah, why not? And I'm sorry, go ahead.
Well, and that's the thing is like, right after that, Aviv goes and tells Yeremi and Sydney and Turbo. And Sydney, and you see Sydney look at Yeremi right away. And it's like, that's what got me starting to like Sydney. It's like, oh, she's reading this as it's happening. It's live.
She knows.
And you watch Turbo process it and realize that Nany's flipping and says something along the lines that, Nany's in danger and she's going to end up having to get payback. So my question is, do you think Turbo flips on Nany?
I wouldn't be surprised.
I wouldn't put it past him, especially with the whole storyline where, you know, Theo was like trying to put her in a position to where she could save Turbo. There was a lot of emphasis on that storyline for Turbo to just not be mad about it at all. So it makes me feel like there's a possibility that he ends up flipping on her. And that's kind of like, you know, the tie-in, the wrap up of that specific storyline for the season. But I wouldn't put it past Turbo, honestly.
No, I think Turbo's fair weather alliance. And this happening questions honor, which is a big thing for him. So
when it's somebody else's.
Yeah, when it's somebody else's.
It's not a big thing when it's, when he's doing something dishonorable.
But I think he's also learning. Sorry.
Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I was just going to say, I feel like he's also, whether he would ever cop to it or not, I feel like he's also learning Sydney's game. And he's learning how to navigate the game a little bit better. I know that it's likely the edit, but it does look like he started taking a little bit of a backseat to Sydney in the game, to the point where he apologized to her in the daily when he wasn't paying attention to the letters. And when they had to go out for that second pack of matches on the way back in, he apologized to her for messing up, which is rare.
And then told her she couldn't talk to anyone.
Yeah, exactly.
We will never let that die.
I did think it was, I thought it was really, really interesting that these last couple episodes, because of the whole turbo thing that you brought up and the way Theo played Nany on that, is like these last couple episodes are all build up of watch Nany make her bed and then have to sleep in said bed. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I thought, like I said, Sydney gets the read right away because Sydney starts talking to Aviv about staking a claim, and Aviv is not hearing it. She's like, I'd rather just 50-50 go down there with Yeremi and prove it.
Yeah,
Yeremi, he was stoic, just quiet the whole time. And then in the confessional, he's like, it's my only move. And it's like, you're fucking right, it is. That's your only move.
He's guaranteed to go in otherwise.
Yeah. So it's either you're going in, or you win, you don't, you go to a vote, or you lose and go in. It's a no-brainer. It's the best move to make at that point.
Exactly. And that's my thing is, honestly, at the end of the day, I don't understand why all of the cast. Well, okay, I understand why the cast is mad at Yeremi for what he did because it fucked up their plans, right? I don't understand why the fans are mad at Yeremi. Like, there are some fans who are like, "Oh, this." What? Like, this was the best thing that he could do. And even the cast, like even the cast, you have to admit, even though it fucked up your plan, that this was the best move for him to make in this situation.
Oh yeah.
There was no other move.
Well,
you're just mad that he didn't just sit there and let you fucking kick him.
Even, I mean, it's been months later, but Theo said something online recently, like saying, hey, even though I said it was a bitch move on TV, it was his only move and it was the right move to make.
Yeah, he was just mad at the moment. It just
fucked up the plans. Yep. And Olivia, I heard Olivia say, I think it was on Instagram, something along the lines of, I was just concerned because I thought this was going to change the vote and now Theo and Adrian were going to go in. But once I knew they weren't going in, I was okay with it.
Honestly, you got a huge upgrade.
Yeah, she upgraded for sure. She went from a fucking Dodge to a fucking G-Wagon.
Well, and not only that, but like it goes back to something that Devin said in one of his interviews with us of if you're rooting for somebody to win, you have to be prepared for them to either make moves that you don't like or moves that make boring television because it's what's best for their game.
Exactly. 100%.
Yeah.
So we get to nominations. Yeremi pops up right away when TJ talks about staking a claim, says he's going to stake on Olivia. Everyone loses their fucking mind. Olivia and Nany are like yelling at him like, this is a horrible idea. And it's like, shut up, dude. It's the only move he has. It's the only move that makes sense.
Yeah. I was like, oh, look, first of all, okay, just simmer down, Olivia, because you're actually going to come out like on top in this situation, more than likely. But yeah, I was just like, why is everybody like trying to talk him out? Like, as if you guys are going to talk him out of it sitting right there at nominations after he's already said it to TJ. And I also just want to say, I love how Yeremi just sat there and was like, nope.
He knew what he was doing. He was standing 10 toes down.
He's like, I don't care. I was going in anyway.
Yeah.
Staking the claim. Sorry.
Well, I love that go ahead.
I was just saying when Nany got mad at Aviv that Yeremi did it. I'm like, she's not his mom. Like, she's his partner. She didn't know. Well, she did, but she didn't know that he was going to stake a claim. Like, it's not her decision. It's his decision.
No,
she could have staked a claim too.
Even if she said, no, don't do it, Yeremi was still going to do it.
Yeah, he still would have done it. Like, I don't believe what he said to her if he was like, oh, if you say you're 100% not comfortable with it, like, I won't do it. I think he still would have done it.
Yeah.
Because, again, it's what's best for his game.
Yeah.
And it just, I don't know, man. I just don't get it. Because the thing with Nany is, like, I don't even think, obviously, Nany doesn't even know why she's angry. And it's because she probably does know why she's angry. She just doesn't want to admit it because, again, she's angry because she got outplayed.
Yeah.
But she switches like what she's angry about so many times in this whole argument that it's like, girl, you just stop. Because at this point, you're just making yourself look dumb. Because first she's mad because Aviv didn't come and tell her. Yeah. Then when she finds out that Aviv only found out like 20, 30 minutes before nominations and wasn't really part of the decision, then she's mad that it happened at all. And it's like, dude, and then she starts getting mad at Will. And then she like, it's just like, dude, like.
Well, and here's my thing is
take a chill pill.
She's only mad because this move puts her game on Front Street.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the only reason. Deal. Yeah. And it's like, well, if you didn't make that deal, a deal that you didn't need to make in the first place, you wouldn't have this issue. This issue wouldn't be as bad if you would have taken what Theo said previously and not made yourself look bad to Turbo in the first place.
Yeah.
Like, once again, you made your bed. Now you have to sleep in it. You played a shitty social game at the end and made too many moves that you didn't need to make and let your ego get in the way. And this is what happens.
And you knew it was a bad deal because you made it off camera.
Exactly. And look, before I forget, I do want to give props to Yeremi for saying CT gave him a pro tip, which was until you stand up and show you don't give a fuck, people will use you and abuse you. You won't be feared until you stand up against them and smash their heads and eat it. He did. I'm ad-libbing that last part, but you get the drift.
It's all pretty much ad-libbed, but
yeah,
no, I thought that was really cool. It's cool to know that they had like a different kind of relationship than what was showcased in just the edit. And I've seen a lot of fans commenting on that. They're like, oh, Yeremi's such a bitch. He talked all this shit about CT and then now he's like thanking him, blah, 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 blah. And it's like, guys, it's a fucking game. First of all, second of all, every time we saw CT and Yeremi like interacting one-on-one, like in the house, it was always in a positive manner. Yeah. What you're being shown is an edit that is done on purpose to evoke emotion out of you.
Yeah.
Okay. Like I just wish people would just look beneath the surface a little bit more. But no, I find just the whole Nany thing is just so interesting to me because like the whole situation is so childish.
Yeah.
She even like she's so upset with Aviv when Yeremi and Will are leaving to do their stake the claim thing. She's so upset with Aviv that she even like gets up and moves seats and like moves away from her. I'm like, oh my God, Nany, like this is absolutely and she's like, I'll never give somebody a heads up again. I'll never do something like that for someone again. And it's like, what?
I hope they use that clip next season when she does.
Bruh, I don't understand the entitlement of telling someone I'm sending you into elimination, but I want you to just sit there and not do anything about it. Just take it. Just sit there and take it. Don't do anything about it because if you do something about it, that's betrayal. That's absolutely betrayal on me. Forget the fact that I'm voting for you after we've worked together all season. If you try to do something about that, that's you betraying me. That is literally what Nany said. And the fact that there are still fans out there that are saying that Nany was in the right fucking blows my mind.
Well, she didn't give her a heads up. She only said it to make herself feel better because she knew that the other teams were voting them in. Mm-hmm. Like, she didn't give her a heads up.
It wasn't for Aviv's benefit. No. Nany told Aviv for Nany. She didn't tell her for her.
It was her confession.
Like, if you guys were actually friends, you would have gone to Aviv and said, hey, look, this is the situation. Everybody's going to vote for you. I just wanted you to have the heads up so that if there's something you can do, then at least you have a shot. Good luck. Yeah. May the best woman come out without having to go into elimination tonight. I love you. Thanks for having a great season. That's how you handle that situation. And that's a clean split. Now you're both clear to do whatever you need to do to get yourselves through these last two eliminations.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yep. And that would have been respectable. But to go and tell her that you're flipping on her and then expect her to not do anything, to not, and not even her, also her partner. Yeah. And then punish her for what her part, like, bro. I remember a couple weeks ago, the last time you were on a recap with us, Tony.
Yep.
You had made a comment about how you had some feelings and some thoughts about Nany this season.
Yes.
And I was like, what? I've really liked Nany this season, blah, 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 blah. And I think that was like 3 or 4 episodes ago. And then you haven't been on, and then we skipped a week. And so anyway, I'm now, I don't know if these are the reason, but I am now in your camp where I am back to, I can't fucking stand her. Oh my God.
It was, no, go for it.
I was going to say, they're stupid fucking game moves, but I love it. It's made it entertaining.
Oh, for sure. But I'm just saying, like, I was like, dude, her and Justin could make it all the way to the final. That was like how I was watching her game. I was like, is this going to be the season? She makes it to the final, and doesn't have bananas, like, because that's what people always say. Oh, Nany only makes it to a final when she has a good partner, and she can't even win when she has, a really good partner kind of thing.
So stupid.
And so I was like, okay, maybe like this will be a good season, and maybe she can't beat out like a Sydney and Turbo, or Yeremi and Aviv when they were, but now Yeremi and Olivia are stacked team too.
Yeah.
But I was like, maybe they could make it. Like she's doing good socially. They're performing well. Justin's cool. They have a great relationship. They're working well together, whatever. But it's like, yet again, like we said, we get to the end and she just fucking just dumps gasoline everywhere and lights the bitch on fire.
Yeah.
This is exactly what I was referring to, especially where the go seek out Anissa, initiate the conversation where Anissa was separate from her, and then play the victim when the situation escalates, which she then escalated. And it's this again. Like she proceeded to spend the 45 minutes, which by the way is hilarious, that when someone stakes a claim, on top of it messing up everyone's game, they then just have to sit there and time out for 45 minutes while they go and do the thing. But the entire time that Nany was like moving seats so that she didn't get too close to Aviv and wouldn't talk to her unless it was to throw shade at her, she could have been running hypotheticals for 45 minutes. So in the situation where Will comes back in second place and is with Aviv, then maybe she could have had those 45 minutes or 10 minutes even. She could spend 35 minutes being annoyed at Aviv and then only focus 10 minutes on the hypotheticals, and she still could have got it done so that she would have known what to do in the situation.
Exactly.
Which is the other situation. There's 2 situations that could happen.
There's only 2 outcomes from this fucking stake the claim challenge thing. Yeah.
What you do is you burn the fucking vote.
She didn't really have many options, but even then it doesn't matter. Yeah, she could have. And look, this is what I will say. Going to the burning the vote thing, right? You made a deal with Theo after the daily challenge based on the current situation in the game, right?
Yeah.
That situation has changed. And you know what? People can say whatever they want to say about me, but at the end of the day, this is a fucking game for life-changing money.
Yeah.
You fucking back out of that deal. You back out of that fucking deal and you burn on Theo and Adrian. They're not going to end up getting sent in because the next person that is voting after you, Olivia and Yeremi, are not going to vote for Theo and Adrian. So and who fucking cares? Who cares if you back out of a deal with a guy you've been fucking
not even
working against all season?
She could have saved herself by easily going over to Olivia and saying, hey, if Yeremi wins and he won't let you vote for Aviv, burn your vote on Theo. That way, Theo's vote on Aviv, my vote on Aviv, she's going in.
Right.
And the Theo vote by Olivia is a burn. Doesn't mean anything. Yeah. Game over.
Yeah, and you could do that too, yeah.
But also because Olivia is the last vote.
Yeah, that's why it works, because Olivia's the last one. Mm-hmm. So she burns on Theo.
And especially when they ran back through a second time for the votes.
Yeah.
That would have been something that Olivia could have done to just fucking ensure it. So, but it just, I don't know, man. I just don't get, like, first of all, why Nany even made that deal with Theo.
Yeah, it doesn't make
why
sense.
you would swear on your mother's life and, like, wasn't her mom sick at this time? Like, that's weird. And then when the situation changes, you don't fucking, I would have just told him, look, man, I know we had a deal, but this whole game just got flipped on its head. Partners are now different. I don't have a choice. I have to burn on Theo.
Yeah, and I think there is some back and forth because Theo had said that she swore on her mother's life, and then when they were talking in the kitchen, somebody
Sydney
had said that she swore on her grave. So, and I do believe that her mom has passed, so I'm not sure when it happened. Yeah. So it very easily could have been just Theo misspeaking at that point.
Okay.
But even still, like, people, and I understand there, like, a lot of merit comes with that, but like, people swear on their kids all the time. They swear on their everything all the time. Now, there are some people who would never do that. And if they did it, then they mean it. And that's totally valid. But in a situation like that, where you already know, and much like Rick said, like, if they burned on Theo, all that's going to happen is the game's just going to go back to how it's been since before you made that deal, where you were already on opposite sides of the house. And even if you burn on Theo and Adrian, Olivia's not. So she's still going to go for Aviv and Will. Yeah. So no matter how you slice it, the only way to do it wrong is the way she did it.
Exactly. It's crazy.
But Will wasn't exactly like massively in the right either. It was like both of them were coming at it from the pettiest angle possible. But it still made for good TV.
I don't think TV,
I don't think Will was in the wrong. I just don't think he approached it the right way.
Yeah.
Yes.
Nany is, and I said this in a story I posted, that Nany is one of those people that once you apply pressure to her or you back her in a corner, she cannot react rationally.
Noodles.
She is going to lash out. Noodle Nany comes out.
Yes, absolutely.
Will need to say, hey, I understand what's going on. If you have to do that, that's fine. Nany would have made the rational decision at that point. But because Will put that ultimatum on her, I feel like that shut her down, and then it made everything worse.
I mean,
her and Justin.
And that's fair, but I also just like, I don't know. I'm going to be 100% honest here. And I'll probably take some heat for this in the comments, and that's fine because I don't fucking read them anyway. I'm on Will's side in this whole situation here.
Yeah, I am.
There was another moment earlier in the episode, like right after the daily, where Will went and tried to talk to Nany, and she was just so distant from him. She wouldn't even fucking acknowledge him. And he had a confessional there where he talked about, he was like, you know, I'm trying to talk to her and she's acting weird. And, you know, it's got me thinking, I don't really know. Like, we've been locked in all this season, but I don't know if maybe things are changing. You know, he was already paranoid that she might be flipping on him. And then here they are. He's getting pressured to give an answer. And all he asked her was, who are you guys voting for? Who are you going to vote for? And just fucking explosion. And in my opinion, he should have been able to ask her that without her panicking. Number one, her, like you said, her and Justin should have been talking about what they were going to do in each outcome while the stake the claim was going on. There's no reason that you guys couldn't have been talking. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And number two, there's no reason that you couldn't have told Will, because after Will and Aviv finally submit their vote and he says, you know what, she's not answering, fuck this, fuck her, fuck everybody, we're voting for Nany and Justin. She goes, I never would have voted for you, Will. And it's like, then why the fuck didn't you say that before he gave the vote? Like, it feels like she's playing games. And honestly, I side with Will here. And the fact that she just snapped on him and he's still just like chill, like he was very calm through the whole thing. You know, I don't know. Me personally, I feel like Nany was way out of line this entire day. I feel like the pressure of the game has gotten to her, and it's been getting to her the last couple of episodes. And I feel like this is very close to her snapping point, if not her actual snapping point. But there's cracks in the glass at the very minimum, you know?
Well, especially from the preview we see for next week.
Yeah. No, the only thing that I was like on the fence about with the Will situation wasn't actually to do with Nany. It's more so the fact that he's rocked with Justin since the beginning. They've sort of had an unspoken thing.
Yeah.
And Justin's the other half of that alliance. So even if Nany's pissed at Aviv for what Yeremi did.
Yeah, which is dumb.
If Justin's like, I can't vote for Will because we've been together since the beginning.
Yeah.
All Nany has to do is look the other direction and see the person who she's mad at, which is Yeremi, and then put it on Olivia and Yeremi. Like, that's, to me, that was how it would have gone if none of that happened. Was, I guess, Will and Aviv needed to know where that vote was going to go.
Right. But yeah. Because they were trying to make sure that the votes at least went split. Right. They didn't want to screw that up. And so, like, I understand where they were coming from with that. And look, and do I think that Will is rational? No, but we already know he gets paranoid. Right. We know he gets super paranoid. And so it's like, if I, as a viewer, know that, then Nany, as his girlfriend, who's been fucking sleeping with him and hanging out with him for 8 weeks straight now, or 10 weeks straight now, or whatever it is, definitely knows that. You know what I mean? So why couldn't she take those 10 seconds to just look at him and be like, bro, we're not going to vote for you.
Yeah.
And that's my thing. The fact that she didn't, and Justin also didn't, but then as soon as Will and Aviv submit their vote, then they're like, bro, what the fuck? We never would have voted for you. It's like, okay, well, why didn't you just say that when they were literally looking at you and you just sat there in silence, mad at the wrong people?
Well, and that's my thing with Nany is you've been doing this for like 16 seasons now. You don't know how to look and read the room and say, oh, there's only 6 teams left. I probably shouldn't make a backdoor deal with the team that's most likely to go into elimination.
Yeah.
At no point does that benefit you. And that's my thing with Nany is like, you're a fucking real vet. You're an OG vet at this point, and you're making rookie fucking mistakes.
Yeah, exactly. Because that's the thing. I get that you'd rather run against Theo and Adrian than Yeremi and Aviv. Now. But it's too late, bitch. You waited too long.
Now, this whole scene with the nominations is what made me love Sydney on this, because Sydney literally turned into everybody watching the episode at home. And when it happened, she was like, and got all fucking hyped up. And then when Yeremi came back, she was over the moon fucking happy. And then post noms.
That's her dude, man.
Yeah, I like what you put in the notes, because Karina's got in the notes like Sydney and Yeremi start celebrating and hugging.
They're hugging and holding hands and dancing and stuff. And I was just like, thank God Turbo wasn't around to see that, because Sydney probably would have gotten in trouble.
Right.
She probably got a phone call when this episode aired. Turbo just like, no, I'm just kidding.
Do you think Michaela? I'm sorry, go ahead.
I was just going to say, I also love that Sydney said, everyone is so pissed that it's giving me life.
Yeah, exactly. She turned into every fan at that point, and that's what made me really like this.
Yeah.
Why do you think Michaela was playing dumb about the Nany?
Oh, because she didn't want to get caught.
Do you think she really knew about the Theo thing?
Yeah, absolutely. So, I don't think she knew about the Theo deal.
Yeah.
But the fact that Nany was flipping sides to vote to the other side, Michaela knew that because she orchestrated it.
Yeah, but I took it as she didn't, that like she knew about the Theo thing, but she's pretending like she doesn't. It's like,
I think she just doesn't want people looking into it further, because
that's smart.
The more that Sydney starts talking to Aviv, starts talking to Nany, she might find out that Michaela's actually behind this whole strike again. You know what I mean? Like, so, because that's the thing. Like, if you really think about it, like, and it's one of my favorite things about Michaela is she's been behind almost every single big move that's been made this season, but she doesn't need the credit or the limelight or anything for it. She just wants it to happen, but she doesn't want to have credit for it. She wants somebody else to do it, and she's okay with them getting the credit for it, you know?
Very CT-esque.
Yeah, that's fine. I don't need credit. Just
go ahead.
Hey, you know what'd be cool is, it'll be smart as if somebody would do this. Yeah.
So
she's smart.
She is. From here, we go into the elimination.
Tight quarters.
Look, not bad, but they could have done like the Mile High Puzzle Club or something. You know, they could have made it a little bit more interesting.
Based on the name of the daily, I thought they were just going to call it Airplane Toilet.
That's fair.
Fair.
I did like Yeremi's comment though.
Yeah, he killed it.
He's like, it's an airplane bathroom. I'm definitely confused, and I think it's pretty funny because one of these two teams is going to be in one of these in 24 hours.
Fucking savage, dude.
That was really good.
So basically what they have to do is both partners have to get in this one bathroom. There's a tanagram and then a puzzle with it's
like a jigsaw puzzle, but there's extra pieces that don't actually go to it. So
look, if I was in there, I would have farted just to fuck off with somebody else. But
could you imagine if they're locked in there and all of a sudden Cedric goes, Michaela, man, just so you know, my stomach hurts really bad and I'm really sorry for what's about to happen. Just the even if it's not true, the response Michaela would have gave in that moment would have been fucking gold.
I'm lactose intolerant. I ate cheesecake.
I'm so sorry. But I'd have been messing with my partner so bad.
Based on the edit, it looked like it was fairly close in the at the midway point with Michaela forgetting that piece on the tanagram.
Yeah.
And then they go in there, figure it out, and then they start figuring out the jigsaw. And it feels like they were on that jigsaw part for a minute. And they go, and I'm thinking, oh fuck, but Aviv and Will are gonna catch up. And then when they strike the thing to get the check, they flash over to Aviv and Will's, and they haven't made any progress on that jigsaw. And I was
started taking it off again.
Yeah, I was like, oh, they're fucked. Yeah, so it wasn't even close.
Yeah.
Michaela and Cedric end up winning, sending Will and Aviv home. Obviously, Will and Nany didn't have a special goodbye.
Her freaking confessional, though.
Yeah, I also have to say, I adore how much fun Michaela and Cedric are having.
Yeah, I do like that. Yeah,
they do have fun together. Yeah,
they're a great partnership. I really do enjoy the two of them.
Yeah.
And then go ahead. I'm sorry.
Oh, no worries. I was just gonna say the great line of the fact that there's a bunch of snakes in the grass, but we've got a lawnmower.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that was good. I like that one. Cedric delivers every now and then.
I like Cedric a lot.
And going back to this, because I the more I think about it, and I'm going to catch shit for this, but strategically, this episode was evidence on why Survivor and Big Brother players are strategically better than challenge players, at least on average. Don't get me wrong. I don't think they're all better than Bananas. I think Bananas is really good. Wes is good. CT is good.
Yeah.
But someone that's a vet like Nany.
Right. Yeah.
Couldn't figure out, hey, I shouldn't tell this person I'm voting them in. I should blindside them so they don't have recourse.
Yeah, I can't. All right, I can't go back into this again because
I had to say that. I wanted to say it earlier and I didn't.
I'm going to end up going on another fucking rant, but I just don't get it.
With that being said, we get the next time on, we get a scene that we saw at the mid-season preview. Which
you've been waiting for this all season.
I've been waiting all season where Nany's yelling, this isn't Survivor. This isn't Big Brother. This is the challenge, honey. And I was like, fuck yeah. And now I'm kind of looking at, I'm like, Nany's
she's having a meltdown
now.
I would almost guarantee that Nany is in danger of going in, or perhaps maybe loses next week and is automatically in or something, or she's obviously one of very few votes depending on who wins. So I don't know, man. Next week's going to be kind of crazy, I think.
It's going to be cutthroat.
Yeah.
I like how Cedric, who's the most unassuming and non-threatening guy, was like, I'm not going to be the nice guy anymore. I'm going to start being, I'm going to be, savage. And it's like, I don't trust any of that. You don't feel threatening at all.
You're not a bad bitch.
No,
this isn't.
He
savage.
Probably is. I mean, he's obviously a former Marine.
I just meant in this game, yours, and not. I don't say that in a disparaging way. Michaela said it best. Cedric is so just happy and positive and just a freaking giant golden retriever. That's, you know what I mean?
Yes.
And so it's just anyway. And I was more or less just making a Taylor joke.
No, I love it. So before we close it out, let's get to our MVPs, LVPs, and if you guys have a quote of the night. Tony, why don't you start us off with your MVP?
MVP, I'm going Yeremi, and honorable mention to Michaela and Cedric.
Nice. Okay.
You got an LVP?
Nany, and a little bit Will, but mostly Nany.
Okay.
Fair.
Karina?
Okay, so my my MVP, my male is definitely going to be Yeremi. My female MVP, you know what? I'm actually going to give it to Aviv, because just for holding it together. Like she was taking fucking shots, she was taking bullets, and she kept her composure. She stayed very, respectful, and she stayed true to like what we have seen her personality to be. And so I will give her MVP for that, because it's not easy sitting there and having fucking somebody like, Nany just fucking yep, bark at you like a little fucking chihuahua, like, and not say anything back.
Not a word.
MVP to her for that. LVP is Nany, and then my male LVP is always Turbo. So Nany and Turbo.
Fair.
He's not losing it. I said I was going to do LVP for him for the rest of the season for the bullshit he did to Sydney, and I'm sticking to it. So yeah, he still gets my LVP.
I love it.
I forgot about that. I'll change my answer.
Yeah, exactly. MVP Yeremi for the guys. I'm going to give Michaela the MVP for the women, rolling her ankle and still powering through that elimination, not letting anyone know. Honorable mention to Cedric and Aviv for the reasons you guys said.
Yeah.
LVP Nany Turbo.
Nice.
I don't have a quote.
I don't really have a quote either, other than just the one that, like, I just thought it was so funny when Theo was like, all right, Michaela, we'll help you out this one time. Like, but I don't really think there were any like crazy funny lines this episode, or I missed them.
I second what you just said.
Yeah.
Donnie, anything? No. Okay.
No, I mentioned mine throughout. There's nothing that really like stands out beyond mentioning in the moment.
Yeah.
No, agreed. So. Well, guys, that wraps up this episode of the Challenge Fandom podcast round.
Getting to the end.
Fuck, we are. We've got one more elimination, probably 2 more episodes for the final.
Yeah, so I think we got 3 more episodes of the season. And then for those of you who are actually interested, we don't ever do them, but I'm sure I know they'll have a reunion. I'm sure it'll be 2 parts, maybe 3 if they really want to be assholes. God,
I hope not.
But I think it'll be 2 parts like it usually is.
We will not be recapping that.
No, we will not be here for that. But we'll still be around during that time, because we will be slowly sending out our goodbye packages.
It's my dick in a box.
And also, I just want to clarify.
Sorry, guys, it's not my dick in a box.
I just want to clarify to people, because I keep saying like, oh, our going away package, our going away present. And I've gotten quite a few messages of people that were like, so do we just like send you our address? It's not an actual physical. I'm being
it'll be delivered on YouTube and Spotify.
I'm being facetious. Yeah, exactly. It will be delivered via YouTube or Spotify or Apple or however you normally consume our content. But yeah, I'm pretty excited.
I am too. And look, there's some bangers coming, guys.
Bruh, you guys don't even know. Like, oh my God.
You're gonna be like, mic drop. Anyways,
I want to see the guesses. If you're still here right now, you're still listening this long into the episode, drop your guesses down below. I want you to give us your top 5 guesses for who you think our closing lineup is, what our closing lineup is going to be.
I'll give you a hint. We've got 5 to 6 interviews coming out at the end of this season.
Maybe 7.
Maybe. We'll see.
But put your top 5 guesses down below. Let us know who you think we are sending our podcast off with for our final, our final goodbye, our final send off for everything we've done here. Let us know what you think down below. And then also, if you're not already, and if you want to, make sure you go follow us over on Hazed Reactions. That's where our new channel is. Right now, we are doing music reviews. Rick is going through kind of a Taylor experience.
Yeah, I am.
We are about 1 week out from jumping into a Kendrick experience that we're going to take Katie through.
And then take Tony through.
And then we're also going to be starting ours with Tony. I know that there's some stuff that we're going to be doing with Josh over there. And then should season 42 actually go forward, we will probably be talking about that, but we will be doing it over there. So
Traders is coming soon.
Oh, Traders.
We'll be talking about that over there.
We will be doing full recaps of the Trader season over there. So anyway, Find the link, click it wherever it is. Come follow us over on Hayes Reactions. Come follow us for YouTube, Instagram. You can do TikTok, but just like with this page, I don't do the TikTok stuff much, like every once in a while, but
I'm going to cut Karina off because she's rambling about TikTok and whatnot, the ticky-talky. Anyways, guys, like I said, our time's coming to an end, not only on this episode, but with the podcast. Probably have about 8 to 9 episodes left of us. So make sure you're subscribed, make sure you're following, and then also follow us over on Hayes Reactions because like Karina said, we will be doing season 42 more than likely if it airs. But for myself, Ricky Hayes, my beautiful wife, Karina, Tony, Stats and Info Lance, we want to thank you guys so much for tuning in. We appreciate you guys doing so. Love y'all. Night.
Bye.
Later.